Oui, normalement, on peut voir. Are we going? We are going. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello, GIMIC.
Oh, wow, it
Hello.
started already.
Yes,
Oh,
it
wow.
started.
Okay, I was not ready.
Welcome back to After Party. This is my second episode. My first episode was with Rocio. Shout out to Rocio. And now we will continue this story. So, for anybody who doesn't know, After Party is, I guess you could say it's a podcast. I have a podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about what it's like to be a raver who still raves and is more than 40 years old.
Oh
it
my
does
God.
happen, I know. And what an introduction. I guess then, speaking of old ravers, I should say hello to my second guest, Julien.
Hi, I am Julien, the old raver, second guest
Hello.
of Melissajus.
I wish I had I have to bring a pad next time to go. Bow, 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 bow. yeah, to wake myself up. So, we have a big story today. Julien has been partying for how many decades?
I could say that I've been into partying for 30 years now.
Okay.
Close to 30 years.
Voilà.
Close to 30 years.
Voilà. On 4 different continents?
Yes, because of my work. So I work in the humanitarian sector, and basically I had the opportunity to live both in the Middle East, in Africa, and in the Americas, if I can say so.
You absolutely can.
And I managed to basically experience from, let's say, either a shallow or more in-depth perspective the party scene in most places where I lived. Yeah.
Amazing. I always love that, and I find that it happens quite often that people like this do end up in Belgium for some strange reason, and then I get to talk to them about their weird stories. So I'm very excited. Yeah, Julien, where do we start? Do you want to give yourself a brief overview? How would you like to present yourself to this empty bar?
Yes, I don't know. So my name is Julien. I'm back since 2015 in Brussels, and I need to start with this, otherwise they will kill me. I mean, I have to make 2 shout-outs. The first one to my DJ crew collective, Mood Shifters, with Velota and DJ Martinu. I love you guys to death. And also to my people at Critical Mass, and I'm super happy that there is still the sticker that is over there. So I don't know. I'm a guy, and I work for an international humanitarian organization, and I just fucking love music. Like this is something that has been part of my life since a very young age. I don't know if I can share that, but like my first love were like Madness or AC/DC. I know this is crazy.
No judgment.
I don't know. And even REM. I discovered that I had a tape from REM.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved Losing My Origin. And when I discovered one day that Kurt Cobain actually loved a track called Radio Free Europe. It's a REM track from the early 80s. I didn't know REM was dating back from the early 80s. And I was like, shit, that kind of like was validating my taste, even though nobody needs validation. But voila, that was Kurt liking something that I also enjoyed when I was young. That's how old I am. Yeah, exactly.
It's like hearing a DJ compliment the track that you play.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exciting.
Exactly.
I do have to say that I think I'm gonna be honest. I think there's a lot of things today that I'm not gonna recognize. I do know REM and I do know Kurt Cobain. I do know Losing My Religion. I might not know more REM, and that's okay, because I think it's important to remember, if you don't know something, you can say it. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you. Other people shouldn't judge you. We're here to learn, and I'm gonna learn a lot today from Julien. So, when did you first... I mean, I guess we could say, when did you first fall in love with music, but when did you first fall in love with enjoying music with other people? Sometimes in the dark, sometimes not.
Wow, that's an interesting and tough one, I would say.
I could say, when did you discover that you like partying? Is an easier way to say it.
But I think, like, first I discovered that I liked music because both my parents they had many vinyls, and I was very attracted to the object when I was a kid. And
like
no,
the object.
my dad hates me because I destroyed like so many like EPs that he had from the 60s, and he was like, now it's worth nothing. I'm like, no, but it's worth all the love I gave to them, you know. And I love just like playing like tracks from the Beatles, them, Rolling Stones, Supertramp, like from my mom, it was like a Belgian band I discovered, or from Luxembourg, sorry, I don't remember, Vaya con Dios, she loved that. She loved also Marie Laforêt, like a French singer, like the Joan Baez in France, more or less. And I don't know, I love that. And very young, I got obsessed with like some hard rock bands, and I was like pressing my parents to go to concert. But I think my first vivid memory of, wow, this is so fucking cool to be with people listening to loud music. It's a band that is super iconic in France, but I never listened to them eventually, and I was maybe 6 or 7. It was La Mano Negra with Manu Chao, who was the leader of that.
Oh, yeah.
My dad brought me to see the concert because it was like a jazz festival, but there was like more an open night with like new artists. There was a hip-hop band, I remember.
I feel like that's a great thing to see with your dad.
No, but that was nuts. And my dad is a very austere and not the type of person that would share emotions. And Mano Negra came on stage after the hip hop band, and then everybody was like, wow, they were like super excited. And that was the first time for me to feel that emotion of like, there's a group, there's like a massive, let's say, power coming from everybody, expecting for something to explode. And when the first track, that I don't remember obviously, started, like I was like in another dimension. And I remember, and that's a memory I still have in my brain. I turn around and I see a guy that was wearing like a leather jacket, but he was with a leather jacket, a perfecto, as we say, with long hair. And then he was really in the zone, and he was dancing with his eyes closed and then really moving. And I had never seen anything like that.
I think we call this now having main character energy or main character syndrome.
Wow. Okay.
Or just enjoying yourself.
Yeah. But that was amazing. And I wanted to be this guy. And I was like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. And then I think it's like in movies, like the movies you watch when you are very young, the feelings, the sensations, the emotions you absorb, receive, or develop while watching something are the ones you're going to be looking for when you grow up, when you are an adult. That's why there are some connections you make. Actually, maybe it dates back from your childhood, something that you liked or maybe sense in a way that resonated with you. And I think that energy from that concert is something I believe I was trying to, let's say, rediscover every time I was going out, because it was like a fantastic memory to develop on that day. Yeah, so maybe it comes from that. And then for the electronic more component, because this is, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I did a law school, so I was surrounded by crazy people and very conservative people, but I went to the circuit of like going to shitty clubs with bad music, stuff like that. But I met some guys that maybe introduced me to electronic music, like late high school. And it's not like we were going to clubs, but there were some DJs that were organizing like in let's say local, how do you call that? Like culture house, clubhouse, you know?
Like an art space, a performance
art
space,
space in
a cultural center.
Yeah, like in a small village, you know, in the northeast of France.
The only space you can put an event, yeah.
Exactly. We were like 15 people, you know, like basically. But it was amazing because you were like with very dedicated kids who were not necessarily in an area where you had a lot of opportunities, trying to play music not only for themselves but also for like others to enjoy. And this is a bit where my, let's say, interest for not necessarily the main circuit, but my interest for more alternative places kind of started, because I had the opportunity to see that in my region, the northeast of France, where there was also a lot of like free parties. But as we discussed earlier, I came a little bit after that movement, when it started to explode in France. Yeah.
Which was more early or mid 90s.
I think it was like more early 90s, and that period I'm describing is more like 98, I would say. 98, 99.
Okay.
Before the Y2K, oh my God.
Before the blackout, but I have been watching too much sci-fi.
The blackout that we were expecting. Oh my God, no more electricity in 1, 2. Yeah.
I was a very side note, but I watched what was it? It was Blade Runner, the new one. I just remember they were talking about like, oh yeah, this is before the blackout when all data got wiped, and I was like, oh, that's kind of exciting. Maybe that would fix things.
Why not?
Just go back to vinyl and then
no
go
more
back to drum
internet,
circles. Yeah.
no more electricity.
I think that means I'm old now. If I'm starting to say that I want to go back in technology,
that's a sign.
Yeah,
That's a sign.
I know. So between your 15 years and your unspoken age now, can you give a brief overview of where you've, like, the different places that you've had a chance to party? Or I don't know if...
Yeah, so I think the one where I developed a strong appetite for going out with people and maybe more of a club culture. The first one, I mean, it's gonna be not, I mean, I'm not gonna say Marseille, but it was.
You can say France.
Yeah, I mean, but it was much more Paris actually. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You survived.
No, but I arrived at a time in I mean, I knew Paris for quite some time, but I arrived at a time where there was this iconic club called Le Pulp, where you had artists like Jennifer Cardini, Yvonne Smag, Chloe. You had also the after party of the Mofo Festival, where you had like alternative music artists coming and DJing and playing what was called at the time like the anti-folk movement, like Herman Dune and stuff like this. And basically, what I loved about the Pulp, that they had open nights. Like so, I'm cis straight, but I hope an ally as I can. And the open nights, basically, they didn't give a shit about who you were. Yeah. They didn't give a fuck about how you looked. It was just, why are you here? And you were like, I want to see Chloe tonight. And then they were like, okay, yeah, get in. And it was this atmosphere where, like, no matter who you were, how much you earned, and whatever you, I hope everybody were more like left-leaning, but no matter what your political values were, like, you were there to enjoy, have fun, and listen to like this crazy, sexy, minimal techno, very like groovy and whatever. Yeah. It's funny because lately I've been really into like more like bass and hard tech, hard groove, and like stuff fast, that music that is very fast. And I remember, now I'm completely diverting. Like I was
That's
at
what the show is about.
Yeah, I was at the closing party of La Mercerie.
Right in center.
Yeah.
With Jane.
Yes, and Carla Baum was DJing, and 6660s, I think I'm not mispronouncing the name. And the music was like under 130 BPM.
Yes.
And it had been a while that I was finding myself in a place where the music was below that level. And it was like super cool. And then because it was the last inning, I think people were giving the best of themselves, but I love the atmosphere. So, and it reminded me of like the type of tracks and songs I enjoyed in parties when I was clubbing in Paris. So there was definitely Le Pulp. There was also the Rex Club, the iconic place that is still alive. And there was like I was working for an organization I'm not gonna name, but I was like an intern for like a humanitarian organization, so that they don't know what I was doing during the week. Once a month there was like a free jungle and drum and bass party on Wednesdays in Paris. I love the fact that you had like they were called the massive parties.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
I love that. I want that back. Packed. Yeah, I want that back. Yeah.
And then I saw like people like Groove Rider, like and I think it was for free even.
Yeah, on Wednesday. Huh?
Yeah,
they just want you to buy drinks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, somebody.
Many drinks, and I also discovered that music style, and I don't know. Rex was also like quite amazing because the sound system was something I had never experience, and when you feel the music basically going through your chest and your body, it's another level of enjoyment.
You can't go back.
No, it's hard. Yeah.
This has been my experience as a DJ. I think the thing that almost just a side note is almost like all of the parties that I play, I prefer smaller parties. In terms of public, I prefer little family things, community things in a squat, things in a basement. But once you get to play on a proper system, it's very hard to go back to what other things sound like, and it's just such a treat when you can feel it.
No, but I agree on the more like I was never a big fan of like the big clubs like this period was for me something that I did because they were like DJs that was like really fascinating. And then I had a group of friends who were really into doing that very same thing. So there was some kind of let's say vibe and community to like let's say enjoy Paris in a proper way. And the big clubs. I went back to a big club this weekend. I went to Future in Paris. It's on the river, and basically you had like 4 different stages. If I can, it's not a stage, whatever.
Rooms,
like halls, rooms, yeah.
Oh.
And the one where I found myself, let's say, clicking the most, and it was thanks to Sibyl, who was amazing DJing, was the smaller one, you know. And well, it was the smallest one, sorry, and also because you contract a little bit more the space. I know some people they hate that, but me, I like that contraction of space between let's say ravers.
Yeah, it feels more personal. I remember I was on a panel, and it was about like inclusion and care and safety, and somebody asked like, how would you go about making like a festival for 40,000 people inclusive? And the first answer I had was, why? First, I would ask, why do you want to throw a festival for 40,000 people? Like, it's just, yeah. I mean, at some point, you just have to say you're not gonna get the community vibe. I mean, it's not gonna be the same thing. But it's interesting you say about Carla Bum, 6660s, Jane, and Diego as well, who we mentioned before, Fait le Beau. For a long time, I think this, and it still now is kind of this slower tempo, groovier, like sweatier, is almost considered like small room music. You know, it's like the less hard. It's the non-headliner, and I feel like that has always existed since I've been in Brussels playing parties. But now it's sort of coming back to the forefront.
Yeah, I think it's a counter effect of the massive focus on the drop and on the speeds, and like you have some let's say styles that are like kind of like, I would not say dominating, because I think there's still room for everyone in Brussels at least, but there's like definitely a certain fashion that we can notice, and you forget that music can be also like providing different energy, but that is still an energy that will make you dance.
Yes.
Without it's not like you need to have your I'm gonna say that your orgasm each time, you know. it can be something that is slow construct, and and that's also amazing. Like I noticed that like in some places where I've been DJing, like for instance in Café Central, I was afraid that if you don't hit hard all the time that people would lose interest, but actually with some tracks you can slowly bring them to another vibe, another tempo, and they will follow you. If I can, a very short, like I don't know where I'm going, like, but like
we're gonna find out.
But like
at some point I'll cut you off and we'll play a song.
Please, yeah, because I can be very chatty. So like. Good. Once I was taking over from DJ Martinou, my crew member, and it was like 1 a.m. It was like packed Central, and then it was like at 150 BPM, and I came back from critical mass, so I was a bit like tired, whatever, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to play 2 hours at 150 from now. It's too early, and then basically I took over. I played one track in the same kind of tempo fashion, and then rap went to not too far, 135, but still
very reasonable.
Woo!
Yeah, you feel it for sure. Yeah, and
and I played like a track that my friend Raquel plays sometime. Raquel from Tropical Gypsies, shout out, I love you. And because of the, let's say, groove that was in the track, I didn't lose, I think, the people, and could go into another direction. And I think that's what also I like, and it's not something I think about myself, but like it's what I like also in DJ. That's what I like also in your sets, because I've seen you many times. And yeah, the first time I saw you was at Illegal, and we were all around you, and that was nuts. This party
yes.
was.
I remember.
Were
this
you
one.
closing?
I think this was the. I think I was, and I think it was the Illegal festival 1 or 2 years ago. And I just remember it. For me, that was the perfect free party. Like, it wasn't a free party, but it was like, it was just like, it was one of those parties where the crowd. Like, I was just part of it. I remember at some point, like, one of the speakers got knocked over. Someone put it back up right away. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, like, you roll a cigarette and you pull it up and someone is, like, holding a lighter in front of you even before it hits your mouth. And, like, I was in a flow with the crowd. And it was just...
Amazing set.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
I love Illegal. Yeah. It was... thank you. But it was also, I think, this was, like, earlier days of Illegal when it was really... they had no hype except in the people who loved Illegal. So the only people who went there were the people who knew about it and were motivated. So, I mean, like, in Brussels terms, Illegal is far. You know, it's like a 15-minute walk from Midi. This is Belgian terms, okay? I don't agree with this, but people say that Illegal is far. And so when they go there, they make a decision. They're going to go. They're going to give it a chance. And it makes the crowd nicer.
Yeah. You don't stay for 1 hour, and actually I think it was maybe the third time I was going to Illegal. The first time I went there was I think it was a Vostok party, and it was post New Year 2023, and I was about to go on mission to the Middle East for like a month.
Yeah.
And I arrived rather at the end with also a group of people that used to go out with me but don't go out that often, but they wanted to party that night. There was also someone I really liked who was in the crowd. No, but and I think it was Kaiser who was DJing. Yeah.
Okay.
And oh my God.
From Ghent.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I think she was playing, and woof. That was yeah.
Well, it's funny. I was thinking of a different Kaiser, but actually, yes. Now I'm thinking of Kaiser from Butternut.
Yes,
yes.
Exactly.
I know 2 Kaiser DJs from Ghent.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God, Kaiser crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was very happy because I mean we don't know each other, but then I think we were at the same time this year at Horse during Yana Rush, amazing footwork DJ, and at some point I see Kaiser a bit over there, and I'm like, I love you so much, and she was like, oh, thank you, and that was it. But that was amazing. Yeah, I got the opportunity.
I can see the energy vibe, like I can see the energy compatibility very well. Okay, I think. Shall we throw a first track on there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna need at least 10 minutes to introduce it. So, Julien has brought some deep cuts from his personal collection. What are you going to play for us first?
If I manage to find the right vinyl, I'm gonna put it in between my thighs. I wanted to put a track from actually Chloe. Chloe was she's still a DJ, but in Paris when I was talking about pulp, she was the embodiment of that place, and she was really bringing to the dance floor like tracks that definitely like pumped you, and I mean, I don't know why I insist so much on this word. Like, it was super sexy. Like, and then you felt like you were definitely wrapped into like silk and champagne with people smoking everywhere. And I don't know, there was like a really beautiful energy, but at the same time a reflective one, you know. And I kind of liked that.
It sounds very like, I want to make fun of it and say it's very Parisian, but it sounds very enviable.
It's very Paris.
But it sounds like kind of nice.
But because the pulp at the same time, it was not very, let's say, it was not a shiny place, you know. It was a place for everybody to come, and basically, as I said before, but they kept this kind of like cigarette cloud, you know, and that
just
was
the permanent, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if that works.
I'll let you do That was Chloe?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we hear me?
Do we
Oh,
have the...
no?
Oh, no, it's because I turned the booth
Oh,
down. There we
back
go.
in. Yeah,
the
that was
track
Chloe.
name?
Yeah, the track name it's I Want You. I Want You.
I Want You.
I Want You. Very
That's
Chloe.
exactly what it sounded like.
Yeah, but it's from her first album, as I was saying, and that's one of the first imprint from Kill the DJ,
Yeah.
legendary label that she
Yeah.
had with legendary DJ Ivan Smag. Ivan Smag. Wow. Yeah.
And while we were in the middle of the track having our second conversation, our secret conversation,
Yeah.
you mentioned that you have spent a lot of time partying in, I guess, what could be called queer parties, as someone who does not identify as queer. And I think it was really interesting you explaining that. And I think it's also a really nice thing to reflect on. So
No, like again, like the I think those type of parties, queer parties, first and foremost in terms of like the community, the people that are there, represent what I'm looking for in terms of energy when I'm going out. I was telling you that I hate being surrounded by people that have just one thing in mind, is to try to pick up someone and then leave and disrespect everything around that. I cut off few people in my life because of this, and I think it's important to try to find the space where people can be, who they are. I think again, I trace that back from the energy I found in Le Pulp. This was this energy, and again, I was in my early 20s, and this is what I want to experience as well in Brussels. And there are some places where you manage to have that, and on top of it, the music tends to be a bit more forward thinking and daring also in the way the sets are being delivered, and the propositions are, I don't know, like it can sound very cosmetic or generic, but this is where like you spoke with your first guest Rocio about I think Barlock, and I used to go to the Soirée La Chaudière, and it was just like chaos, but it was amazing chaos, it was beautiful chaos, and I wish it was still there.
Are they Barlock is gone. I
the
think
Barlock,
Soirée Chaudière is still doing
Yeah.
stuff occasionally. I think I have to give an anecdote of the last time I played a Soirée Chaudière. It was not a Soirée Chaudière, it was their Sunday afternoon event. I forgot the name of it, but it was such good vibes, and at the same time it was the most chaotic technical setup I had ever experienced in my life. It was like I wish people could experience this kind of party because it's so good. I mean, I showed up, my USB didn't work, the CDJs were not connected, and so I played somebody else's music. I just blind played somebody else's music for like 2 hours. In the middle, the electricity cut out because someone had tripped over like just the one wire that was plugging in everything. It was a beautiful mess. And I don't think people even noticed. Like, they did notice when the music stopped, but they were like, oh, quiet. And then it's coming back. It was like an after.
Quite a moment.
But better. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. I love those weird, raunchy, dirty parties. Nicest people.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So, we're already halfway through and I haven't gotten to anything that I wanted to ask you. But I remember we were talking before.
Yeah.
And you've also had an opportunity, I think this is really interesting, to be a little bit involved in nightlife in Palestine.
Yes, it was already a long time ago, and it was also a different era.
Was this after? This was after Paris.
So it was after Paris. So basically, my girlfriend at the time, she found a job in Palestine, and then we were based in Jerusalem, in East Jerusalem. And obviously, there I wanted to connect a bit with the possibilities to party and DJ. And I would say we are back in the days. The occupation was still there, and we were, let's say, light years away of what we are currently witnessing in Gaza and the West Bank, and the horror that people have been living in. So that's just like, I'm not gonna develop more on that, but yeah. So in this era, you had a bit of a different vibe, and you had people from Jerusalem that were trying to create some space where, no matter if you were like Israeli or Palestinians, or like with a Jerusalem ID, or coming from Ramallah, because you could still maybe be smuggled in, through cars to try to also enjoy a different type of, let's say, nightlife.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not gonna reveal names, but we've seen that, and yeah, there was like a place where you could DJ, and there was like a DJ every evening, and that was kind of like cool to interact with, like. Also a variety of people that you would never meet otherwise, and through this party scene you would meet some characters that were like very far away from my day-to-day work, and that allowed me as well to dig deeper into, let's say, the culture, and some people that I'm still in touch with now, that are very important, that are like trying to also continue to do their best despite the current situation. And yeah, like it was not also only through the electronic music, but through my work. I worked with a couple of like Palestinian hip hop band. I worked with Dam as well. If you don't know them, they are just amazing people. And Suhail as well, who is working now for Empire Wana, moved to New York with his girlfriend Jackie, who has one of the most impressive documentary I need to shout out to, Slingshot Hip Hop. This is basically the story of Dam, one of the very first Palestinian hip hop group, and also in the region. And you see the struggle coming from Lid, this town. In order to become the amazing artists that they are. So for me, it was like quite a moment that really built me as a human being, and as an artist as well, because like people were kind of like resonating to what I was doing in a different way, and we were talking also. I must admit that I played a bit in Ramallah, and it was not really a super success. There was a place called Blue on top of stairs that became a coffee shop where I DJ'd, and many people came, and I was kind of surprised because I was doing, at the time I was playing like maximalist stuff, like it was like turbine electro, like Justice, Sebastian, this kind of the early years of headbangers. Like I know some people like, but yeah, it was cool, and it's still cool. So and
I have to say, and it's coming back now,
like
finally.
Big time. And I played to some parties where they basically like unplugged my computer, and I was like, okay, fine, no worries, no worries.
Wow.
It's fine, it's fine. You
A
know,
great
like,
way to learn humility as an
yes,
artist.
yes.
Wow.
But then years later, like I met the brother of an amazing artist. So he's also an amazing artist. Bassel Abbas is like a contemporary artist working with videos. They were featured with his wife at the Kingston Festival a few years ago. And his brother Mukata, who has also let's say he smashed my brain because of his production. He had a boiler room a few years back, the same as Sama Abdul Hadi.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Incredible series of mixes also, yeah.
yeah, but like this particular segment, you know, like many people about like DJ sets that are being filmed, they complain about the crowd, that they are boring, so on and so forth. Like the energy in that crowd.
Yeah.
And I remember like there was I was working with another organization here, and I was just like not working, watching, because it was just uploaded online. I was working, and then I recognized so many people in the crowd of Ramallah, and then I see Saruna. Or Saruna, this is crazy. Now I have a mental block because she was in Brussels recently at the VUB for a concert with this amazing Palestinian artist, and Saruna is basically doing the production and the live show. It will come back, or I check my phone later. But man, I don't remember. Yeah. But I saw her DJing, pas DJing, dancing like crazy in the crowd, and like, I don't know, the atmosphere. You are like this moment where you want to be there, you know. Yeah. You know, like you watch something, you're like, why am I here? Why am I not there? I want to be teleported into this new time, space, and reality. And I found that really beautiful. And then Sama, who was part of this like lineup, has become the important, let's say, voice that she is. And
I think she really, I mean, of course, it's I've followed her since, I think I discovered her at the during that Boiler Room set, and I followed her since, and I think she has just been such a beacon. Like, she is unwavering. I mean, I followed all through when she was arrested after the series of, I think it was the Boiler Rooms, or it was another event that she helped organize, and she was arrested
at Abu Binusa at the shrine. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, there was a massive movement to have her being released, and it shows that DJ life is complex. And
I mean, if you want to invest in stuff, I think you can have a huge impact. But it can be. I mean, you're saying, I mean, when you said, I would love to be, I would want it to be there, and I understand the sentiment, and I also am like, wow, that party looks so amazing. But then you're also like, I think I would also really invest in a party if I was at risk of being arrested and it's being filmed.
No, but
like, like that's the party that you, I mean, you're a braver if you're there.
But so many people did that. I mean, of course, in Palestine, it resonates differently because of the situation. It takes a different proportion, but you have so many people also, like in places closer to Brussels, like in the 2000s, like, I mean, still the free party movement is still going on, but like there was this crew, there was a documentary about them. I never had the opportunity to see them live, but it was the Heretic System crew, and they did a party under the venue. I don't know what's the name of this venue now. It used to be called Bercy, which is like a massive concert and multi-event in Paris. They did the party in the parking lot. Basically, they brought so many. It was the time where you had like a hotline. You would call, like, turn left, turn right, go there.
Wow.
You know, and they did one also in the swimming pool in the 16th district in Paris, I think, called the swimming pool Molitor. It used to be completely defunct, and they just went there. And in the documentary, you see how they prepared for that. And and it was like packed with like security. no, what security?
No,
like
of course.
Nothing.
No.
And all those DJs, like they built a bit the legend of like the alternative party, free party movement. Of course, it was captured. Now we can also witness how it was done, and there are so many people who are doing the same and will never be known, and that's like this.
I think that's partially. I think that's the part of the key to success. I think that the more you're known, it really, especially for anything that is in the gray area of legality, you have to ride that line between having enough people but not getting enough attention. Like if you get too much attention, then it's done, you know.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, you have so many artists, like it's the case, huh? And also, if you go beyond electronic music, like there's a band, like I was mentioning before, that I love rock and hardcore and stuff like that. There's a band, everybody will be like, "But that's such a shit band."
We don't judge here.
It's called Graze, and they have like few albums. It's like more like it's like power. It's like not hardcore. It's not power rock, but it's like super cool and heavy. And I think they're from.
How do you spell it?
Greys, and I think they're from Vancouver. I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe not.
Well, if it's something that happened in the last 10 years, then I will not be aware of it because I haven't been there for 10 years.
It's recent-ish. I think the last album is from 2019. They are on Car Park Records, I think.
Okay, I do know Car Park.
I never understood why they were never like playing in
why they're not big
in Roi Baudouin, like I don't know. Oh my god, I said Roi Baudouin. Yeah, no, whatever. But
they're gonna know you're French.
Oh my god, yes.
It's okay. We already talked about Paris. It's very okay.
Yeah.
You have been outed.
Where are we now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I was going to try and make a segue. I was going to be very smooth about it, but I was going to ask, since we've touched on your life as a partier and your life as somebody who works in for nondescript humanitarian aid, without naming anybody, have you found that, I guess you could say, these parts of your life mix? And if so, have they mixed directly?
Wow. I must admit that in Brussels...
do you want to mix them more?
How
do you feel?
I'm not going to comment, but...
That's fine.
No, but like in Brussels, you have... I need to choose my words carefully. I think many people.
Just mute the mic.
Beep. Like many people have segmented life, and I think I have different, let's say, aspects that don't necessarily come together. Obviously, there are some crossover between like my group of friends, what I enjoy, the critical mass, and my work. But I would say, like in connection to my work, I don't see many people in my direct work environment at the events I organize or at the parties where that I DJ, that I attend, or as a DJ or as a guest. There's a few, but not that much. Where I can see a bit more connection is via the critical mass, for instance, because it's not a party movement. It's more like a reclaiming public space, let's say, act. But at the same time, with Adrien and other people, we wanted to ensure that there's always like a live music DJ act during the mass. And now I'm diverting again. But
no, this is something that we also needed to cover.
Yeah,
this is great.
Through that, we want to attract also people that love maybe the music and like biking, but don't know that they could combine everything together. And we are not the only ones. I mean, there are many sound systems in the critical mass. Some that are even powerful than ours, and I'm so jealous.
Yeah, not everyone. It's okay. That's why we collab.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that. Yes, we're gonna work on that. But no, I mean the crossovers. From work to, let's say, more private aspects of life, it's a bit more limited, I would say. But it doesn't mean that it's not happening. Because again, like I think like now, like it's not like to pretend I'm like some sort of like whatever, but like I have a taste and some interest in how to enjoy life that are maybe different from like what others in my direct line of work would consider as enjoyable. Like I don't know,
loud music in a dark room with lots of people.
Yes, and dreaming, very, very flying high. But no, I don't know. Like it's not judgmental when I say that. Like I've always been like into. It's like my interests from my young age. Instead of like changing, they just widened. I added more stuff to things I already liked. And that's why like some people may ask me, but why are you still going out? Like I hear like,
what a silly question.
Where do you find the energy, the time? You have a daughter, you have the critical mass, and you do many things. Like, well, it's a matter of like interest and priority, and I try to find a space to do that in my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's I think from experience, if you find the time, it means that you cared enough to find the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you need to find the time.
Yeah, but you need, and I mean, I would not say like I mean, I have the huge FOMO illness. I'm still, I'm old as fuck. I still have FOMO. Like it's terrible.
I think I get it though.
It's terrible.
Because we are now aware of everything that we're missing. Before we did not have this.
Yeah.
Now I know the 17 parties that I missed on a Friday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much.
No.
And they add more parties so that you have more FOMO.
Yeah, and I really part of me just wants to be ignorant again and just think that there's nothing happening.
Yeah, just switch off internet. Let's switch off
yes.
internet.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yes. Let's go back to mails and whatever. But where I was going with this? Yeah. No, I mean it's important to try to, let's say, find a ways to combine everything. And we are. I'm not. I need to sleep, sometimes. Yeah. But maybe I have needs that are not as important as other people, which allows me to live the life that I live. Oh, wow. That was deep as shit. I'm so sorry. Can we curse? I wanted to, can I curse?
Yes, you can curse. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. Huh? Your daughter might watch this.
She's cursing more than I do.
I was going to say,
exactly. No.
Well, I am absolutely shocked to say that we have like 6 minutes left.
Wow.
So I might have to ask you for a second round, because I didn't even get to what you're doing now. And I know it's already 2, huh? It's almost 2.
What do we do?
Well, I'm trying to think. I think we have one more note and then maybe put another track on.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask, currently right now, are there parties or concepts or clubs that you like to go out to? Like either that have stood the test of time or places that have been favorites forever?
Illegal was let's say one of my top. Definitely big shift in 2023. I loved L'Usine big time.
Wow, I forgot about L'Usine.
Oh my god wow. Yeah, L'Usine, wow. And also Track and Art after, but it was short-lived. And shout out to Jim if
Where
he's
was
listening.
This?
It's on the canal, not far from the new Recyclar.
What was it called?
Track and Art, basically they took over. It was a wordplay, Track and Art.
Okay.
They took over from L'Usine, and L'Usine. I loved it. It was before COVID and all that, and so many amazing parties there.
Yeah.
Suplex, Liège, obviously.
I hear very good things about Liège in general. Julien loves Liège also.
Yeah, she mentioned Cultura, where we played recently, and Liège has been a bit the base, and I discovered it through social media, because there was the Liège-based group called La Montagne Liquide, and not La Montagne Magique, like Thomas Mann shot out for the book.
La Montagne
Whatever.
Liquide.
La Montagne Liquide. It's a very cool VJ, and then analog and machines and stuff. Techie electro, super cool. And it's like in a house, and I was like, it was filled with people, and I saw that, and I was like, where is that? I want to be there. And then
take me there now.
Then Via, I was DJing at
Via.
No, not Via.
Oh, Via.
Via for the concept. So, what do you think about the future in Brussels without electricity? Like,
exactly.
That's a kind of like talk that we could have there.
Yeah.
No, but like Via, I was DJing at a place with Blaise. Shout out to Blaise, love you. And a friend brought a friend from Liège, and she told him that we would love to play there at Le Souplex, and he knew people there. So that's how the connection. Thank you, Julien. That's how the connection happened, and we play regularly there. I think we are back there in March or April. March.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah, we're back there in March, and I'm looking forward. Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. Yeah.
It's only episode 2, and I'm already fully convinced that I need to spend a weekend in Liège partying.
You have to, and then also I mean, Reset, so sad, Reset.
Yeah, rest in peace, Reset.
So sad to see places closing. It's really a disaster. And talking about places who close, also L'Épicerie Moderne. I loved it. In the
I
center.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep,
wow.
I saw DJ Marcel there. Like after a concert by Death Grips, it was the evening was like what the fuck. Yes, it was Ancienne Belgique, Death Grips, then massive group of people going to L'Épicerie Moderne, and then it's history. Yeah.
You went to both?
Yes.
Oh my god, I think I would be fully cultured out after that. Oh.
Yeah, I love Death Grips.
Yeah, I think I also went through a huge. Am I even using this?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, it's no.
No.
What's happening?
Did I turn it off? Hello, hello. Yeah, voila. Okay, I think I broke the mic. Hello, hello. Anyways, yeah, I also love Death Grips, but I was too scared to go to the show because I thought that the other young teenage men there would be terrifying. And I was probably right. But it was young. It was back when they had just started, and it was, yeah. Oh, Death Grips was so cool. And they ended at a good time.
They're gonna be back soon, actually. Death Grips apparently, and if I'm
Are they? Oh, that's right.
yes, I saw that, and I saw them for the first time in October or November or December 2012 in a music hall of Williamsburg when I was living in New York.
Wow.
It was Mickey Blanco supporting act. Like, can you imagine that?
That's crazy.
I was alone at the concert because I didn't know anyone, and I go there and I didn't remove my jacket. And Flatlander, the producer, the machine guy, was not there, so it was just MC Ride and Zach Hill. They came with two massive Apple screens. I should not say the brand, and that they put upside down, and they played a 1 hour show. It was the Money Store time, and voila. I forgot many things in my life, but definitely not.
I think I would never forget.
Not that concert. And Mickey Blanco, they were amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have? I'm thinking. May I? Yes. Yeah, I think my mic is. I think she's dead. Oops. We have 3 minutes. Do you want to talk a bit more? Do you want to play a second track? What do you want to do? Comme tu veux.
I think I spoke way too much. So let's end with music.
I disagree. Let's end with music, but also it's just because you have a lot of cool stuff to share. Okay, so hit us with this this last track. Pura. Beautiful, beautiful cover. I love it. And the back as well. And as we are, surprise, running late, I will let Julien take us out with this one.
Yeah, just wanted to shout out to Pura and yeah. Yeah, wanted to shout out to Pura and Yas for this new EP that I just got in a shop in Paris, whatever, and just to embody a bit like the kind of style I also enjoy after talking about so much music. So hope you will enjoy it.